Could it be long before our recorded history, before the great sheets of ice reshaped our planet, our ancestors shared a single global culture? It is a fascinating question, one that invites us to peer back into the deep mists of time. We imagine our distant relatives scattered across vast continents, perhaps sharing a common way of understanding the world. This idea speaks to a deep-seated human desire for a unified origin, a single story for all of humankind. But when we look for answers, we find two very different kinds of stories. Myths of a great flood, for instance, are found in cultures separated by vast oceans and thousands of years. From the story of Noah in the Near East to the tales of Manu in India and the legends of Mesoamerican peoples, the theme of a world-cleansing deluge appears again and again. Some have suggested that these are not mere coincidences. Instead, they might be the fragmented memories of a real global event, passed down through countless generations. Perhaps they are the cultural echoes of the rising sea levels that occurred as the Ice Age glaciers melted. These stories often feature a single, advanced civilization as their source. The most famous, of course, is Atlantis, the legendary island kingdom that supposedly sank beneath the waves. Similar tales of lost lands and wise progenitors exist in many traditions. These narratives propose that this mother culture spread its knowledge of astronomy, of architecture, and of spirituality to primitive peoples around the globe. On the other hand, we have the patient, methodical work of science. Archaeologists unearth the physical remnants of these ancient lives: a sharpened stone, a fragment of bone, a faded painting on a cave wall. Geneticists, meanwhile, read the story written in our very DNA, tracing the epic journeys our ancestors undertook across the globe. This evidence is often subtle and incomplete, a vast puzzle with most of the pieces missing. It may not tell a story as grand as the myths, but it offers a different kind of truth, one grounded in tangible reality. So we stand at a crossroads, looking back into the immense expanse of the Pleistocene epoch. We must weigh the stirring tales of myth against the hard, quiet evidence of science. Was there one world, one culture before the Great Cold descended? Or were there many worlds, many cultures, each unique and isolated? The journey to find an answer is a journey into the very heart of what it means to be human, a quest to understand our shared past and the diverse paths we have taken since. If we wish to understand the lives of our Ice Age ancestors, the most abundant evidence we have is stone. For hundreds of thousands of years, the primary technology of humankind was the ability to shape a rock into a useful tool. And when we look at these tools, we see remarkable patterns. The Acheulean hand axe, for example, is a wonderfully versatile implement. It is a pear-shaped bifacial tool, worked on both sides to create a sharp, symmetrical edge. It was the Swiss army knife of the Stone Age. What is truly astonishing is that these hand axes have been found across Africa, Europe, and Asia. For over 1 million years, early humans made tools of this same basic design. This consistency across immense distances and vast timescales is extraordinary. It suggests a shared idea, passed down and spreading with migrating populations. It shows a common solution to common problems: to butcher animals, dig for roots, and work with wood. But we must be careful not to overstate the case. While the basic form was shared, there were regional variations. The specific type of rock, the exact method of flaking, the final shape could differ from place to place. Local groups adapted the concept to their needs and materials. Section 4. A canvas of caves and continents. Beyond the practical world of tools, our ancestors left behind something truly magical: art. In the deep, silent darkness of caves in France and Spain, hundreds of paintings show the animals that dominated their world. Herds of bison, galloping horses, majestic mammoths. These images are not crude stick figures. They are sophisticated, expressive works showing keen observation and a deep connection to the natural world. They reveal abstract thought and symbolic expression. This impulse to create was not confined to Europe. Across the globe, we find other ancient artistic expressions. In Australia, Aboriginal rock paintings use a powerful X-ray style, showing bones and internal organs. In Asia and Siberia, small, exquisitely carved animal figurines and human figurines have been found. One famous type is the Venus figurine, a stylized female form found from Western Europe to Siberia. A side-by-side comparison suggests shared symbolic ideas across continents, but differences are as striking as similarities. Section 5. The Silent Story of Our Genes. In our quest to understand the past, we now have a powerful tool that our predecessors could only dream of: genetics. The story of our origins and migrations is written in the DNA of every living person today, and in the precious fragments we can recover from ancient bones. This genetic record provides a biological map of our species' journey. It tells a clear story. Modern humans, Homo sapiens, originated in Africa. From there, beginning perhaps 100,000 years ago, small groups began to venture out, embarking on an epic journey to populate the entire planet. This out-of-Africa model, confirmed by overwhelming genetic evidence, provides a fundamental framework for understanding our past. It means that all non-African people today descend from a relatively small founding population that left Africa tens of thousands of years ago. This shared ancestry explains why humans are, genetically speaking, remarkably homogeneous. We are all, in a very real sense, one extended family. But shared ancestry is not the same as shared culture. As groups moved across Asia, into Europe, across the sea to Australia, and over the land bridge to the Americas, they became separated. Distance, mountains, deserts, and oceans acted as barriers. Over thousands of years, isolated groups developed unique languages, beliefs, and ways of life. Section 6. A World of Many Worlds. So, as we emerge from the depths of prehistory, what can we conclude? Was there one global culture before the Ice Age? The evidence, when viewed calmly and carefully, does not support this grand idea. The compelling myths of a lost golden age appear to be just that: myths. They are beautiful stories that speak to our desire for unity, but they do not align with the physical and genetic facts. Science has not uncovered the ruins of a worldwide empire, or the artifacts of a single, advanced mother culture from that distant time. What the evidence does show is something perhaps more subtle, but no less wonderful. It reveals a world of many worlds. Across the planet, small groups of our ancestors faced the challenges of survival with remarkable ingenuity and creativity. Separated by vast distances and formidable landscapes, they developed their own unique cultures, different art, tools, and almost certainly diverse languages. Yet, running through this incredible diversity was a common thread, the thread of our shared humanity. People everywhere invented similar toolkits to solve similar problems. People everywhere felt the impulse to create art, to leave a mark. People everywhere grappled with birth, death, and the cosmos, developing rituals and beliefs to make sense of existence.